Hey guys, what's up? So it is absolutely freaking boiling. Like, I'm literally sweating buckets right now. Instead of being outside in the air, I'm inside filming a video, sweating me tits off. So I thought for this one, because I knew that CD Projekt Red was doing like a live stream event tonight for obviously Cyberpunk 2077. I missed it because, you know, adult stuff, I was working, so I actually missed the event, so I've not actually watched anything. But on the Cyberpunk 2077 YouTube, they've uploaded the first episode. So what CD Projekt Red have done, because obviously we've got no E3 this year because of you know what, it must not be named thing at the moment. You know, starts with a C. At the moment, there's no live events, there's no mass gatherings, so obviously E3's been cancelled this year. All the big studios and companies that would unveil stuff at E3 haven't get to do that this year. So what CD Projekt Red have done, they're doing like this kind of like online series. It's called Night City Wire, which is named after the city in Cyberpunk 2077, and it's basically like they're going to be talking about the game, new reveals. I think there's new trailers. In the first one, there's like people that worked on the game. It's like some behind the scenes stuff, and like there's like other cool little announcements they're doing. First episode's about 25 minutes long, so I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll watch it and react to it. Obviously, I'm actually stoked for that game. Obviously, I'm gutted it's been delayed again, but I'd rather them delay it and get it right than bring out a game and there's all these bugs. So, oh yeah, let's see what this is going to be about. Oh, seriously, can't wait for this game. There you go, Night City Wire. Oh, it's Holly from PlayStation Access.
Very first episode of Night City Wire.
Oh yeah, she was cool. I like her.
A brand new series from us at CD Projekt Red, where we'll be talking about all things Cyberpunk.
Because I think she left PlayStation and moved to CD Projekt Red, so it's cool to see her again.
New trailer. One of our developers will be joining us to help unpack everything you're going to see. We'll have some news, an announcement about a secret collaboration. We'll be taking a look at some braindance gameplay and welcoming back our developers just to have a chat about everything.
Oh, but quite get a lot of stuff in this then.
But there is one more thing. Media all over the world have been getting hands-on with Cyberpunk 2077, and when this episode finishes, you'll be able to go and check out exactly what they thought. So,
that little snippet looks so cool.
It is time to take a look at our brand new trailer, and after that, our lead quest designer Pavel Sasko will be joining us, because I've got a feeling you're going to have a few questions. So, let's take a look.
Alright, trailer reveal, let's go. See what this is. Holy shit.
The city of
endless
opportunity. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on.
Oh, this looks like ridiculous.
Just bigger. Nah, mano, not just any other city. Legends are born here.
If this is in-game, this is insane.
We're only here because Dex is pulling the strings. Doubt that puts us in the same league as them.
But we are. They just don't know it yet. But if you got the cojones and you know how to use them, you can do damn near anything.
Wow. Color me impressed.
Even then, you
holy
go out
crap.
with a bang, right?
You know, you can make heaps more Eddies as a motivational speaker.
Yo, Mr. V.
What I like is the characters are so unique. Like, they've all got unique looks as well, which is really sick.
How about we go over the plan?
There's this.
So obviously this game is based off the game from the 1980s board game, so they basically elaborated on it big time.
Heavy hitters.
Thought you could blackmail me, fucker?
High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife.
Ka-ching, baby.
Oh man, this looks so good.
We do this on the hush. Ideally, no bodies, not a one.
Sounds simple enough.
Whoa.
Is it gonna be dangerous?
Don't you worry, mi amor. We're bulletproof.
Alright, okay.
What the fuck just happened in there?
Can't stop digging Night City.
Fucking major leagues. Happy now, Jackie?
Yep, that's fucking high.
I'm liking the look of this.
Oh my god, we're
This
so
looks really good. Ah.
Dex, what the fuck?
Can't risk
Hey,
it.
what?
And you, who are you?
Oh! Oh, Keanu Reeves' character.
So the trailer contains footage from the game's prologue only, but there was an awful lot in it. So, Pavel, why don't you try and help us unpack everything we just saw?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely, I can try. So, what you have just seen is only the prologue of the game. So that awesome stuff is only happening.
Well, I thought that was actually
quests.
like proper
What
into
the
the
trailer
game.
shows you
Okay.
is really our stage, the Night City. You know, this gigantic city built of 6 completely unique districts.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Surrounded by the 7th one that we call the Badlands. As a player,
Oh, Badlands,
you
like
are
that.
meeting Jackie. Jackie's your friend. Now, they together are trying to reach out for something that is very precious. They're
Damn,
trying
those
to reach out
graphics,
for
though.
this chip of immortality, this gateway to eternal
I mean,
life.
this footage is the work in
Jackie
progress, so it
introduces you
doesn't
to
represent the
Fixer
final game.
Dexter
But mate,
Deshawn.
if it's
He's
anything
a
to
very
go by,
important person in a social ladder of Cyberpunk. He is able to provide the player with various jobs and contracts to be able to gather money, to be able to modify their bodies.
yeah,
push
there's a lot of
themselves to the limit,
modifications like
to
for your
put their
characters in
hands
this
on
as
shit.
well.
But
Kind of like Deus
as you
Ex, I
can
think.
expect, not everything goes as planned, and but to see it, you will have to play the game.
There are an awful lot of really cool things in this trailer, and there's a few that I would just love to talk about a little bit more for the people at home. So let's start with talking about a gang called the Mox. Now, we see a few flashes of them in this trailer. I personally think they're really cool and one of my favorites, but can you give us a little bit more information about them?
Oh yes, so the Mox is one of the gangs that player is going to interact
Yeah,
with.
'cause there's like
throughout
different
the game.
gangs
The
and
Mox
things
is
around the
gang
different
that
districts
has
in the
been
game
formed
as well.
in
So this is one of them.
After death of Elizabeth Borden, she was called Lizzie. Now, she was an owner of a brothel and former sex worker, and she was protecting working guys and girls from harassment, from abuse, and the gang is really continuing her mission. And as a player, you are going to interact with
Okay,
that gang,
that's interesting.
meet multiple different NPCs, and craft your own relationship with them, and understand what they are all about.
So earlier on, you did mention a 7th district, a place called the Badlands. Now, we
That
saw a
sounds
few
really
shots
cool.
of this in the trailer, but I'd love for you to give us a bit more detail about the district outside of the city walls.
Okay, so the Badlands is this like dead, dried out space going
Just
around
sounds
the
cool,
whole
Badlands.
city. And as a player, you'll be able to traverse that space in your car or motorcycle.
Oh,
This is a
mate,
space
these-
that is
this
inhabited
game,
by the
it looks
nomads.
phenomenal.
Nomads are living in different families, and they are traveling across
I didn't know there
the
was
space
vehicles in it as
convoys
well, so that's
made up
really
of
interesting.
Cars and motorcycles. And as a player, you'll be able to traverse and access different type of open world content that has been prepared
Oh, wow.
specifically for you to get that awesome feel of the Badlands as
I mean, it just looks
In
cool
the
as
trailer,
well.
we also saw like a completely metal creature. Now, he didn't look like he was from the Maelstrom gang. This looked like something else. So please tell the people at home, who is this giant metal monster?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so-
want to know who that is
so
as
the
well.
big dude, that was Adam Smasher.
Whoa,
He has been introduced
that
in
looks
Pen and
sick.
Paper in Cyberpunk 2020 by our senpai Mike Pondsmith. Adam Smasher is a fully converted
Wow.
cyborg. He is he was always a loyalist of Arasaka, and time has changed. And in
Guy's a unit.
2077, he had to find his own space in Night City. But to find out, you'll have to play the game.
In this trailer, we do see some flashes of a Ripper doc called Victor Vector. I think if people have watched our previous gameplays, they might remember him. But I'd really like for you to give the people at home some more information about what Ripper docs are and how they'll be interacting with them when they play Cyberpunk.
So Reaper dogs in our game, they are surgeons. They are like a specific type of a job in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. They are
I think these are the guys that do all the augments on you.
in
Yeah.
replacing limbs to the metal ones. They can basically update your body, enhance your body.
So I'm guessing in the
change
game,
you
these are
into
the ones
this
you're going to go
walking war
to
machine.
like upgrade your
And,
character's body
as
and
a
stuff.
player, you are going to meet different kind of Reaper dogs in the game, craft your own relationship with them. Some of them are like important characters for a story. Through that, you will invest
Oh, sweet.
eddies that you're gathering to turn your body into this tool that allows you to survive on the streets of Night City.
Pavel, thank you so much for joining us. I know you'll be back later in the episode because you're going to be helping us to analyze the Braindance gameplay. But before that, we do have some
Oh,
news to share.
more stuff.
Earlier in the year, we announced that if you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on Xbox One, you'll be able to play it on Xbox Series X when the console launches. And just in case you missed it, it will be the same for
Oh, that's
PlayStation
sweet.
players as well. If you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on PlayStation 4, you'll also be able to play it on PlayStation 5 when the console
I'm
launches.
so glad they're doing that.
And that's not all. There will be a free upgrade for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, but we'll have more details on that soon.
I do remember seeing, I think if you get it on current
Before we
gen, there's an
reveal our
update
first
for the
look
next
at the
gen
Braindance
where they just
gameplay
upscale the
and welcome
graphics.
back
That's pretty
our
sweet they're
developers
doing
for a
that.
chat. There is just one more thing we want to announce. Something that we've been working on in secret
There's
for
a
a
good
while.
of loads of announcements
We are
in
very
this.
excited to announce our partnership with Studio Trigger and
Ooh.
Netflix to bring you Cyberpunk Edgerunners,
Ooh.
a standalone anime set in the Cyberpunk universe, which we've been working on for some time now. Edgerunners is due to launch in 2022, but for some more information, let's go to the
okay.
team in Tokyo.
Oh, it's a Japanese anime studio. It's going to be great. You know, they're pioneers for animation.
Hi, my name is Saya Elder. I am the Japan-based producer for Cyberpunk Edgerunners. What I do basically on this project is that I am a fixer, to put it in the words of the Cyberpunk universe. We are a game company. We are a bunch of nerds, and wherever there are nerds, there's going to be anime fans.
Of course, it's a given.
It was always a dream for us to make anime. When we began this project, we were certain that we didn't want to make a recreation of the game. Cyberpunk Edgerunners is a standalone
I didn't know they'd been
story
working on
set
this
in
at all.
the same
This is-
universe.
it's
The
news
city
to
is
me.
still Night City, but everything else is totally new. New characters, new story. I do like to think that it's going to be a great gateway for newcomers to come and check Cyberpunk game and also the Cyberpunk
They'll kind of link
genre.
together, I guess. This is sweet, man.
Right now we're in Nakano.
Oh, I
which
didn't
is
get
one
to
of the
go
biggest
there when I
anime
was in
makers of
Japan.
the world. I'm gonna take you to Studio
So
Trigger
one
right
place
now
I wanted to
because
check
we
out, I
have
didn't
the
get to
wonderful
go.
Opportunity to talk to the dream team that will be bringing you this anime.
こんにちは。トリガーの代表取締役の大塚です。
監督の今石井です。
I mean, if there's a Japanese studio involved, it's going to be sick, man. It's going to be so good.
サイバーパンクのファンの方、今回初めて触れる方両方に満足していただけるようにアニメを作るつもりです。よろしくお願いします。
今回はそのサイバーパンクという僕らが10代の、一ファンしか過ぎなかった頃に生まれたジャンル、そういうジャンルのものをまた、時代が何周もして
I suppose for a lot of these developers in this studio, they probably grew up with the original like ball game and stuff.
監督に今石、キャラクターデザインに吉成というトリガーの最強の布陣で、トリガー10周年にふさわしい作品にしていきたいと思います。お楽しみに。
Oh, checking that out for sure. 2022. Damn. Alright. Colour me impressed. Man, this is sick so far. There's a lot of cool announcements.
Now it is time to show you some gameplay of
Oh.
Braindance. This is a feature that you'll experience when you play Cyberpunk 2077. Braindance is essentially a recording of somebody else's experience.
Oh, I didn't know that was in
It
there.
allows
That's
you
pretty
to
cool.
relive their sense of sight, smell, touch, and even hearing, all thanks to a special device. After the gameplay, I will be welcoming back Pavel Sasto. I will also be joined by Patrick Mills, our senior quest designer and all-round lore master, who will be helping to answer your questions.
It's quite good for me because I knew a bit about this game, but there's still a lot I don't know about. So this is kind of really interesting and helpful.
So,
I mean, I didn't know about this feature coming up.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out. And we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
Got it.
And remember, everything on full blast. They'll spot us extra for a week.
Oh, this is so good, man. So good.
Okay, on you go.
I mean, even though it's been delayed like 3 times, I think this game's going to be worth it. It's probably going to be up there for contender for Game of the Year. It's not even come out yet.
Fucking drop you, I swear to God. Well, yeah, hey, now, before I blow your fucking head off.
Whoa.
Slow, deep breaths. Your cortisol and adrenaline spiked, but the soft activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened.
Oh shit, it's badass.
You're alive and well.
That was too much. I feel the guy's pain, his stress, his hope. Hope wrapped up in something else.
Mm-hmm. Probably took a booster just before. You'll be fine. Got everything set up? Let's switch over.
Let's see what this is about then. Whoa.
I'll sever the link to the BD roller's sensory array. You'll be able to look around freely.
Oh, so this is the editor, is it?
Full
Okay.
cam control in analysis mode. So
Oh, wow.
move around, zoom in and out, whatever else you come up with. Think of it as your own.
Oh, so you get to see things from a different...
So analysis mode, you control playback and even pause when you feel the need. Then you use the editor console.
Oh, that's
to
just cool.
unpause. Try it.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio. Got it.
Dream as hell, right? Well, that's not all.
This is kind of useful because I suppose in the game you might need to use this feature as well. So it's kind of like an interactive recording thing in the game.
All good, neat. Now try fast forwarding a bit.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out.
Okay. You can also reset the recording. That'll take you right back to the beginning. Try it.
This is sick.
Now for some fun. This here's why you came in the first place. In analysis mode, you get to view and even scan details of the environment.
I suppose that's good and useful if like you're on a mission, you need to investigate or stuff, or you need a different perspective in the situation. So that's a really cool thing as well. Damn, this game has got so much, man.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out.
Okay, right here.
Ah, so I suppose if you got to look for clues as well, this is really useful.
Let's move on. Now heads up. In analysis mode, you can ferret out background noise and
I did not know this was a thing. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know this was in the
This
game.
tech records everything, every little detail, even the sights and sounds the roller was never aware of. To see the sources of the recorded sensory signals, switch to the audio layer in the editor. Go ahead and try that now. Okay, good. Now you should see
Okay.
sound signatures in the store. Choose one and hone in on it.
And you scan it.
Pack of 6, case of roasted.
Okay.
We have a deal today on 2 flavors. Curry and
Okay.
Everybody!
So, any thoughts?
Unbelievable. Seriously, like what's happening right next to me.
It's how BD recording implants work.
Oh, it's just an implant. Okay, that's cool.
Then editor tweaks them, makes them pop. Keep playing with the sound, explore it a bit. We'll move on when you get bored.
So I suppose like you can see it before it happens, kind of thing as well. So that's pretty awesome.
Sometimes you can analyze extra layers in the raw, stuff the roller's cyberware picked up.
Like what?
Ev's got Karoshi optics that grab infrared, meaning you should be able to grab heat signatures from her recording.
Man, there's so much in this game, honestly. I can understand why it's taken so long to get to come out.
Alright, next thing. Scroll forward to the part where our artist gets a lead injection.
Or I will fucking drop you, I swear to God! Well, now, fucking head off!
Oh damn.
See that? They shot it and you never saw it coming. But you will. Here it comes. My favorite part of the game. See the blinking thing over the entrance? Surveillance cam.
Ooh.
Must have caught our shooter. You'll see in a sec. Cam feeds to the screen behind the clerk. Roll back to where the screen's in the kid's field of vision. Then scan it.
Damn. Alright. So zoom in. Oh man, that's sick. That's gonna be so useful when if you need to find someone like this.
Probably planned to all along. Must have got a nice slice of cred on the black market.
Oh, this game got so much more win. It got so much more good. Oh.
Cream for a real flatline. Anyway, if you've seen enough, you can exit.
That's a sick feature.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's it, right? It's too bad most of the BDs we do here are only good for flogging the log.
So braindance is a pretty big part of the Cyberpunk universe. It's not just something used for adult films. There is an awful lot to it. And there's 2 sides I'd really like you guys to help me explore. First is the lore. So how this actually fits into the universe, and then there's the gameplay side, so how players will be interacting with it.
I reckon this game's got so much lore to it as well.
I would love to. So in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, Braindance was invented way back in the early 2000s at UC Santa Cruz. It was developed as a way of recording a person's experiences and then playing them back for someone else, so that they could relive them as
it's kind of like a virtual VR, I guess.
It was originally used for things like
therapy
and prisoner rehabilitation, but by 2077 it's become this global media industry, including things like movies, mass entertainment, things like that.
It's basically like the Google Glass, but it works and it's way advanced.
Now, in our game, we deal a lot with black brain dances, or XBDs as we call them, and there are different types of those, but the one that you saw in the trailer just there was a flatliner. Now, that's where the person recording it actually dies during the recording, and it's popular with sort of an illicit kind of thrill, but a mercenary can also use them for various things, and you'll see that in the game.
And from the gameplay perspective, we have been working a lot throughout last years trying to figure out the best way how to use the braindance in the game.
There must be so much they have to try and like get right on this sort of thing. Oh man.
As a player, you will be able to run the braindance in the editor mode and see.
I mean, this game's going to be huge. Like not in terms of reception, but in terms of the actual game itself, it's just going to be massive. It's going to be ridiculous.
On the timeline of the recording, back and forth, trying to uncover different clues. And that clues are actually telling a story in the game. So, as a player, you will.
It's cool at the display as well. There's always like different things on the HUD.
To different mysteries.
Snap.
And you uncover them actually using that braindance as a mechanics in the game.
So, as Pavel was saying, we use Braindance as a storytelling tool. It's not a collectible. It's not something where you're going to go in and you're going to play it and you're going to be like, I've seen this before. What we use Braindance for is to give you a keyhole into the life of the residents of Night City. And we can explore things like childhood trauma.
Damn, man, this is next level, honestly.
In a way that you might not otherwise experience in a story about a mercenary on the tough streets.
So we've tried to talk about some of the aspects that we think the community will find really exciting, but you know, while you're both here, I'd love to know, what is it about Cyberpunk that you guys are really excited for? Patrick, why don't you start?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be exciting for them working on this game.
What I'm most excited about in this game is the characters and the way they interact with the world. We've got this.
It's definitely going to be one of those character-driven games, I think, because like each character looks so unique as well. And I suppose they're all going to have their own upgrades and stuff as well, and they're all going to have parts of the story. So I definitely think it's going to be a very narrative, like, driven game.
What is this person? What do they do in the story? But we don't stop there. We go back and we figure out, what was their childhood like? What was their upbringing like? What kind of obstacles did they face in this harsh reality? And did they overcome them? And how did they overcome them? Or did they
it
not
adds
overcome them?
more to the character. It's like gives all these different layers.
In their environment, in their dialogues, in sort of how they operate in the world. And we come up with that for all of our characters. Now, you look at someone like Victor Vector, and you're going to see stories about his past in his environment and in his dialogue. You know, we come up with that stuff even if we don't use it in the game, because it helps inform us as to who these characters are.
No, it's just good for them to like know that like ins and outs of everything.
That I'm the most excited about our quests. Like with our Witcher 3 team, with Patrick and like everybody.
Oh man, honestly,
it
just looks.
We really have grown so much.
It's ridiculous.
We have learned so much, and we have used all that experience to put them into the quest that we have made. And you will not find really.
I mean, it's such an ambitious project, this game as well.
Like we put so much effort into making sure that everything is rewarding, is interesting, is talking about characters, as Patrick said, is talking about worlds, is talking about emotions, like touching the player in a really, like a real way. And I just can't wait to.
Neither can I want to play!
Pavel, I know you mentioned story and quests and writing quests, and when I was last in the studio, I had a look and I saw a notebook on your desk, and I would love for you to show everybody this notebook.
Okay, well, yeah, you asked for it.
Ooh,
so,
hello.
This is my notebook. It says Salsa Quest Designer. The reason is because I dance salsa, and I'm a quest designer. So
holy crap!
I started this notebook actually when we were really starting Cyberpunk. At the very beginning, I wrote like a first note, and it says pretty much something along the lines of that we were starting with a prototype. And then, you know, I kept on basically noting things that we've been working
on.
For like
That's impressive.
years.
That's a lot of information
when
there.
Our concept artists actually approached me, and they said that they want to take a look at my notebook. I was like, what for actually? And they took some pictures, and they told me, yeah, well, you know, because we are looking for a reference material for notes of a psychopathic killer. So,
okay.
So, yeah, well, you may find maybe some of my notes.
Damn, that's impressive.
Pavel and Patrick, thank you so much for joining me. I'm pretty lucky because I have read some of the stories that you and the team have written for Braindance, and I'm pretty excited for people to discover
man, they have like the inside knowledge.
Before we do finish today's episode, there is just one more thing.
One more?
To talk about. Earlier in this episode, I mentioned that media have been getting hands-on with the opening of Cyberpunk 2077, and they should be posting their impressions right about
I'd love to work in that industry, because to be able to try this like before everyone else, that must be such a cool thing.
Very soon. And finally, on behalf of everybody at CD Projekt Red, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us for this very first episode of Night City Wire. But don't worry, we'll be back with episode 2 in just a few weeks.
I will be checking this out. I need to actually pre-order this game. I haven't actually pre-ordered it yet. I'm gonna have to do it. Oh, CD Projekt Red, man, they're killing it with this game. Well, that's a lot of information to digest there. Holy crap, man. Alright, so obviously we got to look at some of the actual gameplay, which looks phenomenal. Like, just in terms of the actual world, it looks absolutely ridiculous. We got to see the Braindance editor, which is a cool little feature. I reckon that's really going to be helpful in certain missions as well. If you're like that example, looking for a killer sort of thing, or you just need a different view in a situation. And we got a good look at some of the characters too, just to see like the different designs and how like no two characters are going to look the same either, so that's pretty sick. I mean, the Netflix anime series, that I didn't know about, that looks whoa. I mean, the fact that they've actually got a Japanese anime studio involved in it, you know it's going to be top quality, and obviously Netflix, they tend to do a lot of original content as well, so even though it's 2 years away, I mean, anime can take that long. I mean, you look at Pixar, for example, they can take 4 years to do a film, so 2 years it will fly around, to be honest, because like, it's better they give a long release date, whereas they say, oh, it's going to come out, I don't know, like end of the year, and it's just not enough time. That's something to look forward to. And I think this series is really cool, because even though we haven't got any conventions, like we haven't got E3, we ain't gonna have like EGX this year, I think this is really cool because we get more insight from CD Projekt Red on Cyberpunk 2077. I just can't wait for this game. Like, I'm gutted it's been delayed, but I really think it's going to be worth the wait. And just looking at that game, even though that's probably not the final like actual footage from the game, it's looking like incredible. I was looking forward to this game anyway, but I'm super stoked for this game now. And the fact that they're doing this mini-series, it'll be cool just to like, I don't know if it's going to be every 2 weeks or something. I assume so, maybe. But yeah, a lot of information divulged there. I hope you guys, what did you guys think of it? Did you like catch the stream? Kind of wish I caught it live now, but you know, adult things get in the way. The gameplay trailer, like, that was really interesting just to see the game. Obviously we know the characters, they're all modded. In fact, we've got a 7th district as well. I knew there was districts, but I didn't know how many. And now we've got the 7th one, which is the Badlands, which that looks really cool. It's kind of got like a post-apocalyptic dystopian look to it. Obviously you can drive around in it and stuff, so overall that was a very informative episode. A lot in there. And I'm just, that's really got me interested now. It'll be interesting to see what you guys think about it. Like, are you looking forward to Cyberpunk 2077? Are you annoyed it's been delayed? That's just it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll catch you guys on our next video. Take care.